Hey there, happy coders, and welcome to a, special Christmassy edition of these code along videos. Normally how this works is I just spend maybe an hour or so sitting here and coding whatever project I feel like doing today. And today I feel like doing a little Christmassy kind of thing. It's December and it seems like the right thing to do. So today's project, I'm just going to kind of dive right into it. I've been kind of thinking about for loops in JavaScript for a class I'm going to teach, and I had this idea that is kind of fun for the holidays but won't be useful back when I actually teach the class, so I'm going to instead just kind of play with it today. So the idea I have is to implement this song, so let's see if I can even find it. Yeah, this thing. So the 12 Days of Christmas song. So it's this, probably really old song where on each day of Christmas, whatever that even means, someone gives you a different thing, and then they like add up. So like on the first day of Christmas, my good friends, I thought it might be true love. I guess it doesn't really matter who it is, but the first day of Christmas, oh, this is completely different than what I thought it would be. Wait, what is this? Okay, this is like something completely different, I think. I kind of like that better. I think maybe I'll circle back to that. But let's find like the traditional version. Yeah, 1780, super old. Yeah, here's the one that I'm familiar with. You get like partridge in a pear tree, you get 2 turtle doves, you get 3 French hens, a lot of birds. And throughout the 12 days, you get, more and more birds. And so it kind of adds up over time. So on the 12th day, you're getting all of these things, 12 drummers, 11 pipers, all of this. And, it's kind of a long song, and it's kind of an annoying song, honestly. It's kind of an annoying song to sing. So what we're going to do is make the computer sing it for us. Computers are really good at doing really annoying, repetitive tasks. So that's what we're going to do. So all right, that's kind of where my head's at. So get your eggnog, get your hot chocolate, get your water, whatever you're drinking, and let's dive into it. So I've thought about how I want to do this, and a lot of these videos have been P5.js videos, and I think today I'm just going to use pure JavaScript or vanilla JavaScript. So no libraries, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to open up a basic text editor, or this is like a basic code editor, Atom. You can use whatever comes with a computer. You can use an online code editor like CodePen or Replit or Glitch or any of these things, but get something that you can type in and save. And so we're going to save some HTML, and here's a little inside baseball. I think that I can honestly call myself a professional web developer. It feels weird to say that, but I think it's technically true. And ain't nobody start a blank file and start typing HTML in it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, HTML head. Like, nobody does it that way. So instead, I'm going to steal some HTML. You can Google for like HTML example, or come to happycoding.io, and I know where this stuff is. So this is where I'm going to steal it from. So let me go to HTML. And yeah, something like this. I just need like a hello world file. Yeah. So there's just like a bunch of boilerplate that nobody ever types. They just find it and paste it in. If you are a better web developer than I am and you are criticizing me for that, go ahead and tell me in the comments. But anyway, I'm going to save this to a file. I don't know, call it index.html. It doesn't really matter. And I have that here. And now what I can do is double click that, or I can go to Chrome and do Control O for open, and then open it in here. And I've opened my like local file here. I've lost happy coding, but that's okay. I don't know if we need it. So here's the content. So maybe I'll do the fancy left-right thing. And I've got my code on the left and the output on the right. So I can maybe change some of this to like 12 days of Christmas. Oh, that autocomplete is going to be annoying. Whatever, we'll get through it. and I can refresh over here, and you can see that here's my changes. Eventually I'll upload this file to like a web host or something, but just for getting something working, I'm going to just kind of work locally here. Okay, so I've got my index.html file, and I can edit it and I can make content over here in my browser. But what I eventually want to do is write JavaScript, because I could, maybe I can explain that a little bit. I could do something like make a p tag that says like on the first day of Christmas. Oh, that's really annoying. Can I turn that off? Maybe. I'm not super familiar with Atom, honestly, but is there like preferences, settings maybe? Can I just turn autocomplete off? Is there a search? Maybe you know how to do it and you're yelling at me. Atom, disable, autocomplete. Hey, look, I'm not the first person to do it. Click on packages. What? Oh, weird. Autocomplete. Disable? Is that what I want? Can I just disable all of them? I don't know. Let's try this. Did that work? No, what the heck? Let's just disable a bunch of them. Disable. Yeah, okay. All right, that was some inside baseball. I was just getting annoyed. All right, on the first day of Christmas, how's it go? I'm gonna have to look these lyrics up over and over again, I promise. So yeah, here's the true love thing. Wikipedia, I will donate to you, I promise, but not while I'm on video. My true love gave to me, and let me turn on word wrap. This is gonna get annoying. Yep, a partridge in a pear tree. And I could type that out, and I could like add another one for like on the second day of Christmas, blah, blah, blah. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. What did I get? I got 2 turtle doves, and and I could keep going. I could copy paste 12 times and fill it out, and it would work, but it would be really annoying and it would be really hard to change. So, if I wanted to change the third day from whatever weird thing that we got in the 1700s, French hens apparently, if I'd said, I don't want French hens, I want something cooler, like, I don't know, a Lego set or something, I'd have to change it in like 12 different places, or I guess 9 different places in the case of 3, but like, it would just be really annoying. So instead, what I'm going to do is write some JavaScript that outputs all of the days for me. So I haven't really planned anything beyond the idea, so I actually don't know how to do that off the top of my head. I'm going to guess there's a for loop involved, which is kind of the whole, reason I'm doing it. But maybe I start out with like maybe just a div. Maybe I'll give it an ID of like content, so that I can then fill in the content in JavaScript. So I could maybe have a script tag here for just getting something working. That would be fine. And you know what? Since my HTML content is going to be so like, this is probably it for my HTML content, I think I will actually do it that way. The other way to do it is to put it in a separate file, which is probably like more correct, but whatever. These videos aren't really about making the code like as correct as possible. It's about getting something working that I'm happy with. So they're not always the same thing. All right, so I've got my script tag, and maybe let's have like an onload function, something like sing the song. Sing song, sure, why not? I like to put a semicolon in here to remind myself that this is JavaScript. I sometimes get confused, like does it just want the name of the function? But no, it wants like you to call the function in the attribute itself. So let me do like function sing song. And what do I want to do? So what I want to do is maybe have an array or something that has the all of the things. and then loop over that array a certain number of times or something like that. So maybe I'll start by creating an array. So it can be a constant whenever you want to change it, I think. And I'm going to say, what should this thing be called? Like presents, gifts, maybe, or days, maybe. And let's call it days, I think. And let's just put a couple things in there just to get started. So what do we get on the first day? A partridge in a pear tree. And what do we get on the second day? 2 turtle doves, something like that. 2 turtle doves. And let's do one more, I think. 3 French hens. Is that what it was? So many birds. All right, so my array has 3 elements in it. I can fill it out later, but I just want to get something working. So what I want to do is maybe loop 12 times. So in that loop, I'll have, like on the first day of Christmas, that's one iteration of the loop. Then the second day of Christmas, and then I do something which in fact might involve another loop. So let's just get the days printed out maybe. So like for let I equals 0, I is less than days.length. Eventually this will be 12, but since I haven't filled out all 12, I'll just say length for now so nothing breaks. And sure, that's my for loop. And let me just output something while I'm here. So I can do maybe const, what did I say? Content element equals document.get element by ID. And what did I call it? Content. The wrapping, I don't know how I feel about it. A constant fight to format my code. All right. So I've got my content element, which is what? Just a div. Sure, why not? And what do I want to do in the for loop? I want to maybe create an element, maybe a p tag or something, maybe ul or li, something like that. But so I can do like const day element maybe. So what is the day element going to contain? So eventually it's going to contain the whole text of a verse like this. For now it's just going to contain like some text, some kind of arbitrary text. So let me just say like, I don't know, day element equals what? I always forget this stuff. I think it's like document.create create element. Yeah, document.create element. And for now, I can maybe just make it a p tag. And then I can say day element dot, so I don't want HTML or text. I think maybe text for now. Inner text equals something. I don't know what yet. Let's say on the, and then have like my I variable, and then say day of Christmas dot dot dot, and I'll fill in the dot 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 eventually. And then I need to say like content element dot append child, I think, and add my day element. So in this for loop, I am creating a new day element, which is a p tag with some text in it, and I'm adding that p tag to my content element. So I'm hoping that when I refresh this page, I should see 12 p tags that all say like on the blah 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 day of Christmas. Okay, that worked. Let me just double check my JavaScript console for errors. No, okay. Okay, a couple things. Obviously I haven't filled in any of the gifts yet, and we're starting on the 0th day of Christmas. That's a very like codey way to say it, but we can change that later. But I think that our for loop is actually working, so that's good. We're appending some elements to the content element, and that's pretty much what we want to do. Now we just need to change exactly what we fill the content with. Okay, so what do I want to do? Maybe what I'll do is create another function or something. So this is singing the whole song, which is looping over each day. And now when I'm in a specific day, so on the first day or the second day or the third day or whatever, Now I want to make the text for that, which might involve iterating over this array, maybe. So yeah, I think I'm going to make another function. Maybe sing day or like get day text or something. I like sing, that's cute. Sing day, and maybe it'll take a day index. Yeah, maybe. So what do I want to do? What do I want to return? I think I want to return a string. Could return an element. Let's start with a string. So I'm going to say like let day song, whatever, equals on the, and then I'm going to say plus day index, day of Christmas. And this is what my true love gave to me, ... I'm going to maybe change this ... We're just getting like one step closer, kind of working iteratively. So I can maybe change this to sing day of I, and this I'm going to have to return something, obviously, return day song. Okay, so now I have a sing day function, which takes an index and then outputs some text. Right now it's kind of goofy and just kind of hard-coded, but let's see what breaks. Okay. that worked. Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to keep kind of trucking iteratively. So on the whatever day of Christmas, what do we get? We get the stuff for that day and everything before it, right? So like on the second day, you start by saying that you got 2 turtle doves, and you always end with partridge in a pear tree. So goofy. Like I'm like trying to be serious and like code and stuff, and I'm talking about birds and partridges and whatever. This is here we are. So okay, I think I'm going to start at whatever day index we're at, maybe loop backwards. So then we start at the the end of the array, or like at whatever index we're at in the array, and then sing kind of backwards. I think that makes sense. So I think I need to start the song this way, or the verse for that day. And then I need to add something. So maybe I'll loop from let. I'm going to just say I. I don't love I as a variable name, even in for loops, but whatever. It's traditional. Let I equals day index. So if I'm at like index 2, I start at index 2. Makes sense. I is what? Greater than or equal to 0. So I'm looping backwards, and maybe I'll say I minus here. So I'm looping backwards from day index back to 0. And I can say day song plus equals what? Plus equals the array days of I. I think I might need something else. So like maybe a plus and like maybe a comma. I don't think this is going to be right, but I just want to see kind of what it looks like. Okay, so on the 0th day of Christmas, so silly. I got a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, cool. One day. I mean, it's just like a computer index, so don't stress out about that yet. But I think it's doing the right thing. 2 turtle doves. Maybe I should have an and somewhere, but that's okay. Yeah, so it's doing the right thing. So maybe just add one more. What's the 4th day? I don't remember. For calling birds, another bird. Great, thanks for the birds, bro. Just what I needed. 27 birds. Yeah, okay. So we've got our 4 calling birds. Our even more birds. These are all birds. But it's working. You could play with how you format it. Like I've just put it all in one string. Maybe it's a list. Maybe it has different like CSS styling, and maybe I'll get to that depending on time, depending on how hungry I get before dinner. But for now, like the content is there and that works. So okay, cool. So from here, a couple things I need to clean up. One is this day. So like instead of 0 day, I should probably say first, and 1 should be second because the index. And this list is a little Mickey Mouse, so like it ends in a comma here, and like it doesn't have an and. So I could play with that as well. So let me maybe fix the index first. So maybe I'll have another helper function. Maybe like get day text. Is that get day label maybe? And I'm going to take a day index. And what am I going to do? So I think first of all, I want to convert this to a day. I'm just going to like add 1, but like 0 is kind of hard to think about. So I'm going to say like const day equals day index plus 1 maybe. So now I can be like if day equals 1, then return first. Yeah, okay. Is this how I want to do this? First, second, third, fourth. The other way to do it would be to like take the number and return like the number plus like the abbreviation for it. So like it'd be like this. So how do I want to format this? Do I want this to be like on the number 1 ST, or do I want it to be like first spelled out? I think I want it spelled out actually, which I think means that I'm not going to do it this way, because this is just going to be an if statement with a bunch of like else if day equals 2, which if you're doing something like this, it probably means that you should use an array. So I think maybe I'll just have an array instead. Yeah, okay. Let's do it that way. Day labels equals and then an array, and I can just maybe do this real quick. First, second, third, fourth. How do you spell fourth? Is it like that? Fourth? Sure. Let's go with that. Fifth, sixth. This is the viral content you come to see, isn't it? Seventh, eighth, eighth. Sure. Again, some of these words are hard to spell. A lot of G's and H's up in here. Yeah, okay. Ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th. 12th is going to be another one that's fun to spell. All right. So I've got my day labels. I don't know if I need them on a new line, but it doesn't really matter. And so what that means is I can say, instead of day index here, I can say day labels of day index. And then I can delete this function because I don't need it. Okay, so let's go back, saved that. Let's go back here and refresh. All right. So now my days are formatted. First, second, third, fourth. Again, not sure if I spelled all those right, but that's fine. That can be that's purposely left in there as a challenge to the reader. Let's go with that. So that's cool. What else do I need to do? I need to so fix the comma thing and fix the and thing. So it always ends in a comma because I'm always doing this. And I think I can do that relatively easy. I can fix this. So I only want to add this if what? If day index, or if I. So I don't want to add the comma on the last little bit. So I can say like if I is less than or greater than, yeah, greater than 0. Yeah. Then I'm going to add my comma. Maybe. Let's see. I think that worked. So now I don't see my comma at the very end of each verse, so that's good. I could maybe add a period instead. So day song plus equals dot, maybe. Could make it an exclamation point, maybe. Maybe. What's the official lyrics? Doesn't say, I guess just a dot. Okay, whatever. I kind of like the exclamation point, a little more festive. All right, so I've got what? I've got on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. Cool. Second day of Christmas, true love gave to me 2 turtle doves. Okay, I don't have the and yet, so I want to add an and And I think I want to do that where. Maybe that's like that's after the first index, not 0th index, but first index. So it's always like 2 turtle doves, and so it's always after 2 turtle doves. So I can maybe make this if statement a little different. It's like if I equals 1, then I'm going to say day song plus equals and. Is that right? And then my if is an else if. I think this can be 1 now. Let's just see. Let's run it and see if it works first of all, and then obsess over the formatting. So, oh, I got an and. I didn't get a space, but that's okay. We can add that. All right, so I think that worked. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Okay. 2 turtle doves. Yeah, okay. It's working in all of them. All right, that's cool. We could obsess over whether this comma is correct, but I'm not an English major anymore and I don't care. But I think that worked. Partridge in a pear tree. Yeah, okay. So what do I want to do next? I could fill out the array. I could maybe clean this if statement up. So let's think about this if statement for a minute. So does this make sense? So if I'm at 1, maybe I should just start with 0. Yeah, let's do it that way. So like if I equals 0, then I'm going to do whatever I did here. Then otherwise, if I'm at 1, yeah, this is making sense, I think. And then otherwise, so I can just kind of delete that if. So I know that I'm always going to be greater than 1 if I've fallen through. So if I is 0, then we're done. We add the exclamation point. If I'm at 1, which is really 2 because how indexing works, then I add the and so that I have the and here. Otherwise, it's always just a comma and a space, I think. And I think that worked because I didn't see anything change. All right, cool. And I like this layout a little better. It's a little easier to think about. A little bit more readable, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. And what do we want to do next? So clearly one of the things we need to do is fill out this array. So maybe I can do that. 5 gold rings, is that right? 5 gold rings, yeah. Uh, 6 geese a laying. I don't know if that's what you want in your house. 7 swans swimming again. Where are they going to swim? In my shower? Like where? Give me like a goose hut at least with these birds. 8 maids a milking. Why would I want that? I only drink soy milk. 9 ladies dancing? I mean, if you want to dance, I guess. 10 lords a leaping. Why aren't they dancing with ladies? Makes no sense. This song is incomprehensible. 11 pipers piping and 12 drummers drumming. All right. Where did that go? Just drummer. All right. Thanks, Wikipedia. All right. Let's see if that worked. I think it did. All right. Let me maybe get rid of this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I think this is right. So we start it, first day. We go all the way, second, third, fourth, blah, 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 down to 12th, where it starts with 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, the whole thing. And a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, I think that works. That's right. Cool. So the content is there. And, functionality wise, I think this is complete. But I don't know, it's not dinner time yet. And I'm feeling festive. So let's maybe play around with how it looks. So how do I want to do that? So what do I want to maybe like call out? Because right now it's just kind of a big wall of text. So I could call out like the first, second, third. It could do something there. I could maybe style each thing. I don't hate that idea. Couple ways I could do that. One, I can just straight up like modify this to be HTML and say like span class equals something, and that would work. Let's see, I could just straight up do style even. I think I'd probably do class though. I could also maybe have another array, which is like class names or something. I could just use the index as a class, I think. So then I could style like 3 French hens differently than 2 turtle doves, differently than partridge in a pear tree. Maybe. Another thing I could do is not make this just a wall of text. I could make it like a list, but I don't know. I actually kind of like the wall of text. All right, I could like go back and forth with myself all day and debate like what I want to do, but I should just pick a direction and go with it, honestly. So let's go with, let's see what this looks like. Span class equals, I don't know, partridge. Is this gross? How gross is this? How do we feel? I don't hate it. I think it's fine. And then what? This would be like span class equals turtle. Yeah, okay, maybe. Or I could just do 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, blah, blah, blah. And then I'd write some CSS that modifies those classes. This might need to be like day 1 or something. You know what? Let's go with the actual words. Partridge, turtle. Yeah, fine. This is going to be kind of boring to watch, but here we go. So I'm going to make all of these a span, and I'm going to say like hen. Sure. Maybe I'll wait to do that for copy pasting. All right, you know what? Turtle, bird. I don't know if it should be plural or not. Does not matter. Bring geese. That's nice. What geese? All right, so I've got my content to have class names in the CSS, and let me just close all these span tags, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just kind of converting this text to HTML so that I can have like HTML tags and CSS classes and whatnot. But the idea is the same. I'm still outputting text. In fact, since I used inner text somewhere, where did I do that? Here, I think this will kind of break. Yeah, so you can see like here's your spans, because inner text does not treat your content as HTML, treats it as pure text. So your angle brackets and stuff are not treated as HTML text. So we need to change that to inner HTML. I always forget the capitalization, so I'm probably wrong. Sure am. I need inner HTML. Yep. Okay. So nothing has changed so far because these are just spans, and spans don't really have much styling to start with. But now that they have class names, I can kind of confirm that by inspecting the element. And oh my goodness, but yeah, there we go. Here's our span, partridge in a pear tree. And I can maybe get at what I'm trying to do if I do what? If I look at this and I say element.style, I don't want element.style, I want like class name.style, but I guess it's not going to show me if I don't have any styles for that by default, so whatever. Never mind. We'll just do it the right way, I guess. So again, very similar to the script tag. I could make this its own separate file, but just for the sake of getting something working, maybe I'll just start out by saying style. I don't think it needs an attribute or anything. And now I can say something like dot, what did I call it? I don't even remember. Partridge, let's rename it to plural partridges. So how would you like to style our partridges? So maybe I'll say like font, weight, bold, maybe. Yeah, there you go. So partridge in a pear tree is bold. That's something. And I could do something very similar for each of the days. So maybe I'll just kind of pick and choose a few just to kind of show you the process, because it's probably not super interesting to watch me style 12 different things. So I know that I for sure want to style the rings because they're golden, and like in the song, it's usually like a moment where it's like 5 gold rings. So let's make it kind of momentous. So what can I do? I can say like maybe color. Is it just color or is it font color? Never remember. Let's say gold. Sure. Did that work? No, of course not. Because why? Because color's not a thing? Let's see. So if I inspect this, what do I see? Yeah, color is not a thing. You want to be like font color maybe? Font color? Gold? No. Gold? No. No, color's a thing. What are you talking about? Where are you at? Yeah, property value. All right, well, let's look it up. CSS font color. Sure. Yeah, just give me the color. Yeah, what are you talking about? Color. Oh, maybe this doesn't need to be a string. I'm thinking in P5JS terms. Oops. Yeah, that's probably right. Oh, there we go. 5 gold rings. That's cute. Maybe I'll make that bold too. Oh, maybe I'll actually make it uppercase. Like, can I do like CSS uppercase text transform? Yeah. Text transform, and it's just uppercase, no quotes or anything. Yeah, okay, I like that. I could give it like a background maybe, but that's fine. Maybe I'll give the whole thing a background. Maybe. Let's think about that in a second. Is there anything else that we want to style? So like, let's think about what the days are like. 12 days of, well, 12th day of Christmas, special evening, drummers drumming, 11, pipers piping, 10, lords leaving, 9, ladies dancing, 8 maid milking. That's not right. 8 maids. Milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, you know what? I think that's probably good enough, and that's way too much of me singing. So, but you could do something. You could do any styling that you want for each of the days. But I think we're gonna maybe leave it there. Yeah, okay. Maybe what I'll do is what? Maybe I'll play with the background color. So can I do like CSS gradient? How does this work? Yeah, and maybe I want like, I don't know, what are some Christmassy colors? No, why do you need cookies? You're making a gradient. Oh my goodness. Everything's such high maintenance. Like red and green, that's gonna be terrible to look at. I'm excited for it. I only really want 2 colors. So let's go from like RGB to, oh my goodness, this is gonna be terrible. RGB, something like that. What's this gonna look like? Yeah, no, that's disgusting. Like I'm trying to think of like maybe I can make a background color. I don't know. I'm going straight from neon red to neon green. Probably not the best for your eyes. Could do maybe like, I don't know. Can I do pastel version of this? So like, I don't know. Let's do like AA maybe, kind of arbitrarily, and then do these are AA. Hey. Pastel versions of it. I don't hate that, actually. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The green kind of like really, oh, I think maybe it needs to be over here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so where do I do this? Yeah, here. Okay, background, RGB, yeah, background, I think I want this mostly. Let's find out. And I want to style what? I want to style like the body, I think. Just the body element, the whole thing. So now I've got a linear gradient going 90 degrees, like left and right, from some RGB. You know what? I think I'm going to stick with the hex value. Oh, I don't know if I can. You know what? Let's just see if this works first. Refresh. Yeah, that worked. It's very ugly, but it works. Maybe I'll do rings with the background color. So I've got like color, maybe I do background color, is that what it is? And I just make that like white, maybe. No, gross. Maybe the background color is gold and the color is black again, just to go back to default, maybe something like that. I don't hate it. It's fine. It's fine. You can play with the CSS all you want. I just want to get something working and something that you can, you know, fiddle around with. But that seems to work. I want to play with this RGB because those numbers are kind of, yeah. So what was this? This was RGB. Does this work? Yeah, it does. All right, cool. So then this is what? RGB. Yeah, okay. I think these are just a little bit easier to deal with. So it's completely red, but kind of the pastel version of it at 0%, which is probably all the way to the left. And then it's this kind of pastel green all the way to the right. Sure, that makes sense. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. There's many things we could do. You know, we could play with the styling, but you know, if you've seen it twice, I think you can probably guess at how to do it for third, fourth, fifth, 12th one by styling these class names. So I think I'm going to call it. I think I'm pretty happy with this. I think this satisfies this scratches the Christmas itch that I started out with. I'm pretty happy with this. It's ridiculous, but I'm into it. So let's think about this. So from here, there's a few things you could do. So one of the maybe easier things to do is you can add days. So let's say, what do we want on the 13th day of Christmas? I want a 13 inflatable snowmen. That's maybe the modern version of it, and maybe I'll just add a 13th here so that nothing breaks. 13th. And if I refresh, then now all of a sudden I have a 13th day of Christmas, and I didn't have to like do much copy pasting or anything to get like, you know, the other 12 days. plus 13 inflatable snowmen. So you can maybe add days or change the days. So maybe you don't want a partridge in a pear tree. Maybe you want a new video game or whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what you want. But I think I want to keep it at 12. I'm a traditionalist in that way, I suppose. The other thing you could do is like go back to where I started, where like there's apparently a lot of variations. So like juniper trees, apple trees, some dogs. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff you could get. Maybe play with some of these, pick out the best hares. Hares are better than birds, in my very humble opinion. Men of mowing. I mean, I guess if you have a big lawn, you need 17 different people mowing your lawn. Sure. I don't have that problem. But like some of these other things, like what was the lyrics we were looking at earlier? Like I've never seen this version of it. So you could, change it to this. Or make it like goofy or whatever you want. What do you want for your 12 days of Christmas? Totally up to you. But I think for me, I like the version of this that's kind of, the old classic. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. But if you, use this code and you come up with your own 12 days of Christmas, I would love to hear from you. So, of course, you can comment in the YouTube section. But even better, if you come to happycoding.io, this is where I hang out. This is where I have all the tutorials and examples and stuff and like all the code from all of my other videos. So if you come here to our forum, you can post the creation that you come up with, and I'd love to hear your song. So yeah, don't be a stranger and come say hi. But for me, I think I'm done. I'm going to resist the urge to sing this whole song as my closer, and instead I'm just going to say thanks for watching, have a great night, and as always, happy coding.